Welcome back, survivors. Disturb Z here. And we are back in Empyrion. Alright guys, so we finished raiding the I thought I was shooting that turret for a second. We finished raiding the radar station, which is awesome. Got it done, got the main quest finished. Now I'm trying to navigate out through all the junk in here, all the invisible trees and rocks, and just hitting everything, it seems like. But anyway. Yay, we're finally out of the fog. It's a miracle. That radiation fog, I tell you what. So, there are a couple more buildings back over there that I do want to get to eventually. There's a weapons bunker, which I'm not sure if I know what a weapons bunker is. So I want to check it out. And there's, you know, a handful of those little defensive positions, little fortifications, whatever they're calling them, that we need to take out. And, you know, just various Xerax all over the place, you know, smuggling salamis, you know, that whole thing. So we got to go over there and whoop on them a little bit. But for now, I'm going to take what we did loot. Now, I didn't dismantle any of the radar station, but we are going to take the stuff that was inside that I looted back and drop it off at the base and kind of see what we're working with now. So we did get a handful of things, which is awesome. We got a few levels out of the deal. I think we're level 15, I believe. So, you know, a couple new things should be able to be unlocked and all that good stuff. Now, I was reading through some of the comments on the videos this morning, and I'm drawing a little bit of a blank here, so I do apologize, but one of y'all had made the comment about having to use a CV to do the majority of, like, the work when it comes to mining. Like, you're having to use a HV miner that's Wi-Fi connected to the CV in order to gather all your resources. And I'm I'm having a brain fart because it is too early in the morning and my brain's just not functioning. Oh, it's one of those days. I did not sleep well last night. So I do apologize if I use a wrong term or I'm just a little bit slower than normal. But yeah, y'all were using a HV linked to a CV to do the mining because of the whole weight volume fiasco. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a fiasco because it could be a good feature. I just think it's been poorly implemented. Why is there so many invisible things everywhere? Oh, I'm getting so tired of that. I'm about ready to start a new game up and play it just to see if there's still invisible objects everywhere. Are y'all having that problem? Is it just a me thing? Or are y'all running into invisible trees and rocks as well? Is that still a thing, or is it just because I'm running an old save? That probably needs to be, like, you know, updated. But anyway, like I was saying, the whole HV CV thing. Now, I understand why people are doing it. It makes perfect sense that you have to build basically a freighter ship or a mining vessel, whatever you want to call it, a something that has a ton of storage, basically, in order to utilize your HVs and, you know, do your work and this and that. To me now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you have to build the CV, land basically on top of an ore deposit or a defeated POI, unload the miner, and then proceed to stay within 100-meter range of the CV and do your work in order to transfer it over the HV, the blah blah blah. Y'all know what I'm saying. To transfer it into the CV. Now, I don't know if I want to say issue, but one of the things I know that the devs had said roughly Alpha 8 was that they wanted to make it to where like large SVs were a more dominant thing. Now, regardless if you're mining with an HV or raiding a POI with the SV or anything like that, the whole weight volume stuff to me seems like it's kind of messed up the whole need for the large SV argument that they originally presented. I mean, is that true? Is that the case? Is that what we get to deal with now? Is that they wanted one thing and now we're on a completely, totally different thing? I mean, I'm not going to say that's unheard of with a game developer, but, that's hard to do. No, I don't want to say hard to do. I don't even know the phrase I'm wanting to use at the moment. I'm so... Oh, look, drones are on the way. I don't know. I'm a bit confused. So I'm trying to figure out what their end game is, because it seems like there isn't an end game, or it changed, or something. I don't know. I do not know, guys. Like I said, it's one of those deals. I don't know where to go with it, what to take from it, or anything like that. It is what it is. Oh, I should have put that in the deal here. Hold on. Good. We'll do that, and then I need to go from the input to sci-fi container power large. Is that the fuel tank? No. Huh. That's the other deal. Okay. I don't know. I do not know, guys. I'm just going to try to put stuff away that I can. Looks like that container. We're going to have to do some work on the base, I think, because we have way too many, we have way too many items that need to be stored properly, and I'm going to have to start storing it in my output deal, and I really didn't want to do that, but ta-da, here we are. So, but yeah, guys, let me know what I don't know, let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking about the whole thing, because I'm a little bit confused, because they say one thing, they're doing another thing. I'm torn between it's a decent idea if implemented correctly. It's just I know better than to think that it's going to get implemented correctly, because yeah. I've seen very few games that a developer's been able to just hop straight into and say, you know, we're going to do this from the very beginning, here's our end goal, and go straight to that path and never make a deviation in the end game either changing or the way they get to the end game changes. So, I don't know. I don't know. I want to follow them. I just don't know if it's really possible to figure out what they're doing right now. But anyway, like I've said before, it is a thing. Why is the grass low right here? Did they change something with the terrain? Because yeah, now I'm confused. I know it's been a few episodes since we've been back at the base, but that's all green under there. I haven't dug any of that. There's the drones I was looking for. There y'all go. I was wondering if you were going to shoot them. Who's next? You? Yeah, you're next. The first two shots always miss, it seems like. Come on. Oh, he's shooting at me. I think that came from the HV over there. Okay. Odd. You had a little goodies. Yay! More goodies! I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what my next course of action in the game is. I can either build a bigger, heavier tank. I can build an SV. I could go straight to a CV. Which I really didn't want to do the CV because I really like building SVs. That seems like, but that seems like, I don't know, that's like my go-to thing. I really, 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 really wish that they would have implemented HV to SV connections, because I really think that their whole idea with the whole volume, this is so messed up. I don't know why it's doing that. Their whole idea with, we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm saying a lot of uhs here. Sorry, brain's still not working. The volumes and weights. I mean, it's, if you think about it, it's gonna take a huge amount of power consumption to do what everyone's doing with the whole, we built an HV and have to load it into the CV because of the storage capabilities and all that. So in my mind, you should build an HV that mines, that does its mining. Like, there needs to be a new type of thruster. That's what I'm going to say. A new type of thruster and a new type of storage. A mining storage and a mining thruster? I don't know if that's what I'd call it or not, but basically think of it like you would a vehicle, like, you know, like a truck. You could put a motor into a vehicle like a small car, and you could, zip around all quick and all fast and stuff like that, kind of like the Copperhead here, for example. But you put that same motor into something like a dump truck, it's not going to move. It's going to like barely push it. So we need something like the equivalent of a large diesel engine that has like tremendous amounts of torque that can move heavy weights. Whereas that's why we'd need the new storage, because you couldn't otherwise, if you didn't have a specific storage that could hold that type of volume, everyone would just be like, oh, we're going to use the new thrusters on our tanks and we're fine. But no, you got to make it somehow, and I don't know how to do the exact balance here, but you'd have to make it to where a mining vehicle is a mining vehicle. It's slow, it's heavy, it doesn't move very fast. It gets the job done, but it's not going to win no race. It's a turtle or a snail. It's big, slow, heavy, and it works. I don't know how to properly implement it, like I said, unless you somehow can combine a new type of storage that holds the large volume and weight of the ore and a thruster engine combination, whatever you want to call it, to move it along. Because we've already seen how the weight affects your thrust. The heavier the object, the more thrust you need, and the slower you go. So like I said, you would need some sort of thruster that could take on the mining aspect to push the weight, just not very fast. And I could see that, and I'd probably be okay with that. But what are y'all's thoughts on something like that? Would that be a good thing? Would that be a bad thing? What would you like to see if there's something different you'd rather see? Alright. What am I doing? I've posed a lot of questions for y'all today. I do apologize, guys, but it's one of those days, like I said, just trying to figure out stuff and do things. And we got 32 armored blocks. Tell me we ran out of something. What did we run out of? Cement, stone dust, crushed stone. Ah, so we gotta go mine something. Okay. I do need copper. What is this? Crash Titan? That wouldn't be too bad. I could probably pick up some more hardened steel while I'm over there. Let me drop this off real quick. Throw that little bit of crushed stone in there that we already have. Ain't gonna do much, but alright, so new marker is this way? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Make it to where you can do that. Oh, I didn't even, I just realized I didn't even finish my original thought here. You make the mining vessel an actual mining vessel, slow, big, heavy, crawling type thing. Then you use your SVs to build a transport for your HV. You connect it. Think of like a Chinook or a big heavy transport copter that, basically dual rotored, big massive thing to lift things, like how they move shipping containers or tanks or other vehicles with, helicopters and stuff like that, those heavy lift ones. I would love to build a SV that was its purpose, was to hook up to a miner and pick it up off the planet. I think that'd be an excellent idea. You know, especially in multiplayer, because then you have so many aspects in the multiplayer, because you have, okay, you got to have a tank driver, you got to have, you know, someone to run the transport, you got to have someone to you know, defend them. They're either on the ground in tanks or they're up in the air in an SV. You know, you have multiple layers of aspects that you can get from that, and I think it would be like awesome. Because I do enjoy the multiplayer function of the game where you do need several people to accomplish stuff. I think that is, you know, a excellent idea. Although I do think for single player purposes, there should be some sort of AI that could assist you. You know, like it'd be really awesome if you had a basic AI return to ship feature. So if you sent you could send like your transport back to your ship if you're playing on single player, and you wouldn't need that extra person to drop you off and do all that stuff. You could just send it back, and if you had a designated spot, it would just automatically go back and dock to that spot. Would that be hard to implement? I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. I think it'd be awesome, though. There are too many trees over here. I'm gonna cut them all down. Stupid trees. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know where the devs are wanting to take their stuff, but, you know, those are a couple of my thoughts that would make, I think, an enjoyable, fun game. Yeah, we're just going to park you over here in the flatter spot. Why are we still at 13? There we go. Now we're down to 11. I hate how much power we use just sitting here. Turn you off. There we go. Used to, and I don't know what's really changed, but used to you could get, well, we are on a slight slope, aren't we? I was going to say you could get the tanks to zero out and not use up all of their power, but it seems like they've made that harder and harder to accomplish. Yeah, right here? Okay. Alright, so we got a little bit of mining to do here. I'm going to get that copper because I know we're on short supply with copper. I'm going to get some more crushed stone, that way we can make some more concrete. So that we can make more armored concrete, so that we can make it... Whoa, got a spider. Let me show you to my little friends. Get back here. The recoil is real on the minigun. Yeah, y'all get in range of the tank. In fact, we're going to go ahead and chop a couple of these trees down, that way the tank can see us. Because we are more than in range of the tank, it's just a matter of can it see. And then we'll just take this one down. And this one. I don't like the bushy trees like this, the short stubby ones that have all the foliage on them. Don't like them. I mean, they look good, don't get me wrong there. I just don't like the fact that I can't see through them. You know, I don't know why I always get down in the hole. I can use my drone. I always forget about using the drone. There we go. There's our copper. We'll go ahead and get a bunch of this. I don't know. I'm wishing that they would have shared a little bit more of where they were going with the whole roadmap features, like long-term roadmap. Not just like, hey, this is Alpha 8 roadmap, Alpha 9 roadmap, but they need like, this is the Empyrion roadmap type thing, just to kind of show us a little bit more where they're heading to, because I'm a little bit confused with how much they're changing stuff. And like I said, I know that's a game developer thing. You start out with one thing and something happens and it's either too hard to implement, or you're just, you implement it wrong, or you implement it different than you originally thought you were going to. And yeah, I know there's 10 million different what ifs there. And what ifs never do anyone much good. I don't know. I like my idea for the whole HV, SV link up, mining, slow moving tank versus all the other stuff they got going right now. And I don't think it, like I said, I don't think it would be that hard to really implement. I mean, you would just have to put a speed cap on the thruster, like the bigger thrusters for the HVs. Like, give it a, what are they? 2x5x2s? No, it's, hold on, what are the thrusters? It's the SV thruster, but if they switched it over, yeah, the 2x5x2s, you could give that to the HVs and change it to where it's, a slow moving thruster, and I think you could do it. Just, it's the same as a heavy torqued engine, just has lots of moving power, just not speed. I don't know. I don't know, guys. And the same with, like, the SVs. You can make it to where you have a liftoff thruster that provides, like, power to get off a planet, but it doesn't provide you much speed. So if you were to try to use it, in other directions than like a vertical lift, you could, move stuff, but you couldn't, reach speed very fast. It'd be a very slow acceleration. That, and I have so many ship designs that would look so cool. I've thought of this for a while now. Ever since I started Empyrion, that was one of the first things that went through my head is, ooh, I'm going to build an SV to shuttle around my tanks. And that's the one thing I've been lacking. A couple years now, and that's the one thing I've been lacking. Kind of sad. So if the devs are listening, make it a thing. Please. I also think my idea of the whole autopilot feature would be awesome too. That one would probably be harder to implement, but that'd be so cool. Because you could be on the planet mining, and then you could call for your transport to come in, and if you came under attack, you'd have to wait for it, and yeah. See, even on a multiplayer, that would make a multiplayer, single player aspect, or should I say a a single player on a multiplayer aspect more feasible. Maybe that's the term I'm looking for. Because I know a lot of times people want to play the multiplayer stuff, but their buddies aren't online because, you know, they're at work and everyone has different days off, or people are playing in different time zones, and while one's at work, the other's asleep, and you know, that would give you a little something. It would, most definitely. Alright, guys. Well, we've got the copper mined out. We got 279. Woohoo, that's not that much copper. Uh, I got a hole over here. I need to go ahead and gather some more crushed stone so that we can keep working on the base. And I might stop off over at the Titan over here and pluck off some hardened steel to, one, repair the tank, and two, to decide on what's our next step. You know, like I said, I'm kinda leaning towards an SV, but I don't know if I want to go like smaller, lightweight attack SV, or if I want to do like big heavyweight SV that, you know, I don't know, because I haven't got to play with the SVs on Alpha 9 yet, so I'm kind of leaning towards that, because I like to get every aspect of the game, and like I said, knowing my luck, the second I do, something's going to change, so, but we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I do hope everybody has enjoyed it. If you have, guys, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It is an awesome way for you to show your support to me, to the channel, to the video, and to the game itself, guys. And as always, feel free to share the video on any social media you're using. And guys, just like to stop, take a moment to thank each and every one of y'all for all of your wonderful, awesome support, all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers, and all the videos shared, guys. It is awesome. I do appreciate it. And with that being said, until next time, survivors, keep on surviving.